Today on Harshaneeyam Podcast, we have Kirupalakshmi and Chaitanya, writers, publishers, and avid readers of literature. They will talk about their publication house, Manasa Publications, and the Manasa Lit Prize, a competition aimed at new women writers of Indian origin writing in English. Chaitanya has a master's in English literature and writes about literature, aesthetics, and philosophy. Her essays published in Neeli magazine introduce overlooked women thinkers with depth and insight. Kirupalakshmi K has an MBA and a background in marketing, but literature has always been her real passion. An avid reader and a budding writer, she has written short stories, essays, and spoken about literature in various spaces. Their publishing house Manasa was founded to nurture and amplify women-centric literary works through translation. Manasa primarily focusing on richness of women's storytelling across India. Chaitanya and Kirupalakshmi say that Manasa is rooted in deep appreciation for aesthetic and philosophical dimensions of life. To know more about Manasa Publications and the Manasa Lit Prize, please click on the link given in the show notes. So, what made you start a publishing house focusing on women-centric storytelling? Chaitanya, would you like to go first?
So we were talking about a book that I recently read. It's called Freedom or Death by Nikos Kazantzakis. And it's about this epic rebellion between the Greek Christians and the Turks. And it's very intense. It's got great characterizations and it's great. But the female characters in this novel is they are very flat and two-dimensional. I got reminded of this one time when we were watching Roma, and my brother said the protagonist of the movie by Alfonso Cuarón, she could be replaced by a golden retriever and it wouldn't make a difference in the movie at all. Although it was super offensive, but that's true in most cases. Even in this novel, there is a character called Emina, and she's kind of like the Helen of Troy kind of character in this novel. She sets the things in motion, but she is just a plot device, and she's very two-dimensional. But that may be the point of the novel. But even the other female characters are kind of two-dimensional. So they are very male-centric, written from the male perspective for the male gaze. So when I ask myself this question of whether there is a difference between the aesthetics of men's writings and women's writings, this is the one glaring difference that I see. There is no difference in the philosophical depth of the work or the drama or the emotional heights or anything. And there are, of course, exceptions. For example, if you take Anna Karenina by Tolstoy, I believe that's a great portrayal of a woman and her spiritual journey, and it's not revolving around a man, although there are male characters that further her plot, but it's her story. But then again, spoiler alert, she kills herself. And that's the case for many such fleshed out female characters. When they are being told their story, it just ends rather abruptly. When I was reading House of Mirth by Edith Wharton, and Lily Bart also dies in the end. Technically, it's not a suicide, but she goes on this path of self-destruction. And if you take Catherine Chopin's Awakening, it's the same ending. So this has become kind of a thing, because the woman, she is trapped or frozen in this gender role or societal norms and roles, and then she reaches a point where she realizes this and has her moment of awakening or whatever, and then her plot doesn't move further. Her arc just ends there abruptly. And when I was reading House of Mirth, I remember when I was getting close to the final chapter, I started to feel very bad, because I could see where this was going. I remember saying to my friend, like, if Lily kills herself, I'm done with this novel. Even though I love it, I will hate this book forever. And then it happens. So that's how frustrating it is to for a reader, especially a woman reader. Imagine if Siddhartha from Hermann Hesse's novel, he after he leaves the courtesan, he never meets the ferryman. He never goes on this whole journey. He just jumps. He sees the river. He jumps in and dies, and that's it. How would you feel as a reader? That would be very disappointing. So in the old classics, this is very much the norm, and this is what I want to read as a reader in when I read modern classics, modern works. I want to see women characters fully fleshed out, fully alive and full of life and characters, and I want them to have full-fledged arc, not through the male gaze, or not revolving around the world of men. We want to uh, explore more. We want more. We want to retell some of the stories that are not very well known, and we want to hear new stories from women. And that's why we started Manasa. The goal is to nurture female or women-centric literary works, and we also want to publish male writers who transcend the limitations of the male gaze and everything.
So, Krupa, the next question is for you to answer. What's your vision for Manasa Publications?
So, I would like to quote an incident. We are now translating a Tamil novel, Nilakal Dura Duramaga, which is written by a writer Bharata Devi. So, this novel is set in early 20th century in a remote village in Tamil Nadu. And it's written from a child's innocent perspective and how it collides with the harsh realities of life. So, when Bharata Devi first approached the publisher, Vasanta Kumar from Tamilni Publications, with the first draft of this autobiographical fiction, I think he saw the potential in the work and of the author. So what he did was he went to her hometown, which is in a remote village in Tamil Nadu, and stayed there for almost like a month. And he reached out to all the characters in her story, and he interviewed them, personally met them and interviewed them, and then the story was rewritten by Bharati Devi with the help of a publisher, and now it's one of the classics of Tamil literature. So, and we have the honor of being the first English publishers. So when we first heard about this incident from the author, we were so inspired by the dedication of the publisher, who's also a good friend of ours. So I feel like only an ardent reader with a great passion for literature would get this excited for finding potential works and will go lengths to bring out the best out of it, and that is how we aspire to be as publishers. Like, beyond printing and distribution, we would like to go that extra mile in helping the authors bring out their best works. And as ferocious readers and upcoming writers ourselves, and being fortunate enough to have contacts with a community of best editors and translators who are extremely passionate about literature and are very supportive about our project, I think we would definitely be able to provide the authors with the best resources to support them.
So, why the name Manasa?
Manasa is a name which is very personal, and it deeply resonates with us. We were inspired by the name from the Tamil novel Venmurasam, which is a modern interpretation of Mahabharata written by writer Jay Mohan in Tamil. Venmurasam starts with Manasa. Manasa Devi is a serpent goddess depicted with Amrita Kalasam in her hand, which is a pot filled with elixir. So she is considered to spread prosperity, fertility, and wisdom across the Indian land, and she is widely worshipped across the lands of northeastern region and in a few parts in Andhra. Uh, I read Venmurusu during my pregnancy and was so intrigued by the name that I even named my daughter Manasa.
So after she named her daughter Manasa, we read a lot more about Manasa Devi, and we had so many discussions about it, and we naturally felt like we should name our publication the same also, because Manasa also means born from the mind or the mind. So this publication is basically our brainchild, and uh, we wanted to give the same name for the publication also. And baby Manasa is also in its infancy, and she needs our complete attention and care, just like the publication. And both of these journeys has been amazing so far.
Now, tell me more about the Manasa Lit Prize.
This is a novel competition for debut writers, and what makes it really special is that we offer this space just for women, and only women can submit manuscripts for this competition. And we started this initiative to make women feel encouraged to write and share their story. And we didn't want to just wait for manuscripts to come to us. We wanted to go actively and seek new stories. Especially, we want to encourage students and young women to write and take this leap and go into it. Even if the manuscript is not fully finished, if they feel like it's not enough, they can just send in. We will help them out. We have editors and people who can provide some guidance, mentors. We can offer mentors.
Are there any conditions to get enrolled for this competition?
Open to all Indian or Indian origin women writers. So you can write from anywhere in the world. You can, even if you're born outside of India. We wanted to encourage more students to write. So we created one category that is specially for young adults, 16 to 25 years of age, and another separate category for adults, people who are 26 and above. The submission should be unpublished works of fiction, and there is no restriction in terms of theme for the novel, and the word limit is 40,000 to 80,000 words. The winner for each category will receive a cash prize of 1 lakh, and their work will also be published by us. Apart from that, we may also publish selected manuscripts, and we have just finalized the judge for our adult category, who is Anjum Hassan, and she is the celebrated author of the works History's Angel and Neeli Neeli, Not This, Not This, and several other amazing works. And yeah, for more details, people can visit our website, manasapublications.com, or contact us through email, connect at manasapublications.com.
So, what's next for Manasa?
We have a list of interesting fiction and non-fiction, both translations and original works, lined up for publication. So, one of the first novels that we're working is Bharata Devi's autobiographical fiction, Nilakal Dura Dura Maga, and another bestseller novel, Tamil novel, Maitri, which is written by young writer Ajitin. These both are almost in the final stages of translation. We're also in the process of translating a novel by Kalpata Narayanan, a renowned Malayalam writer. And then we have an anthology of short stories by new women writers in Tamil. Jadipa, Suchitra, Ramya, and Kamala Devi. And we are working on an original work, a biography of Krishnamal Jagannathan. And we're also translating a non-fiction work about folklore tales of female deities in Tamil Nadu, which was written by renowned scholar and historian A.K. Perumal. And there are many more projects that we are in the process of signing up.